there, groovy guys and gals. Auntie Diane here. I figured I'd dress in costume today, especially since this costume looks better than my actual self today. Anyway, I've got some email scams. A lot of them are ones that I see pretty often, but what I want to show you in this video is, just in case you don't know, how to tell who it's really coming from. You can get something that says from like a popular store, but when you click a certain spot on the email, you put your mouse right over who they say it's coming from and click it. Most computers, most phones, most keyboards, the real people that it comes from is going to show up. I will show you. The email will look something like this: to John Smith, recipient, you, if John Smith is your name. Sometimes they'll have a bunch of names and you're just one of them. Second one will say it's from Walmart. That is the fake email address. Below, when you click the cursor over the fake email address, it will say Dan Scam Man at hidingthetruth.com. I made that up, by the way, but you knew that. That's what it will look like when you hold the cursor over the email address that says from Walmart. This came into my actual legitimate emails, not my spam. And because I don't use McAfee, however you pronounce it, I didn't even bother looking up the real email address. Since I don't use it, what's the sense, right? But there are other companies that you may use, and they try to sneak in there. You'll see that on the next page. Now, this email, I do use Walmart a lot, both in store and on the website. And you'll notice it's not my address, but they used a bunch of addresses, and I'm just one of many. They only usually show the first one. And you see what it really is. It says Walmart, but where it says info@DEPIC website, that's because I clicked over where it said Walmart to show who the real sender is. Yes, it's a scam. Here is another one. It's saying that something is shipped, and in the yellow print below, if you can't read it, it says you have one package pending delivery. Use your code to track and receive it. What it means is they're going to ask you for some money. It's definitely a scammer, 100%. And when I clicked the Kohl's winner email, sure enough, news at domain, they didn't even spell domain right, 1tk673tj.com. Yeah, that's a legitimate company. They want you to click in whatever is there in the attachment. Now, usually when you get an email that's in your spam folder, it'll say load blocked images. Now, the reason why I look at all my spam emails is because once in a while, a legitimate email ends up in my spam folder. And I knew this one was spam because I haven't shopped at Kohl's in like a long time. They're a good store. I just haven't shopped there in a while. And I think I just put this here to show to you what they try to do. They're very sneaky. By the way, they do the same thing when they say your PayPal account has been suspended, if your Amazon account's been suspended, even your bank, anything. And they want you to click something to get it back. Never, ever click on an attachment from a spammer. A scammer, I should say. Scammer. And that will be it for this week, my friends. I know some of these may be very obvious to some, but believe it or not, there are some people who will say, but the email said it came from so-and-so. Now, in a lot of cases, the font or the print is going to be way off what you're used to a legitimate store using. Usually a certain place that you deal with has a certain way of writing their name or their whatever. But scammers can copy that emblem or whatever it is, whatever kind of print they use. And sometimes it's a dead giveaway when they use poor grammar, which I've seen many times too. But you know what? You can never be too careful. If in doubt, close down that window. I know I've said this 100 times. Close down that window and go directly to the website. Don't go where they tell you to go. Open a new window to that website by yourself and see if it's a legitimate message. I'll bet you it's not. Thank you. See you next week. Bye bye.